I just left the restaurant. When I was in there eating, one of the waitresses said something about a city called Castle Hayne, and it reminded me, oh, I lived there one time. And I thought, oh, I lived in a lot of places. I didn't even realize all the places I've lived in. I've had 120 jobs, went to 3 colleges. I lived in Wilmington, Castle Hayne, Leland. I've lived in Florida, a couple places in Florida. I forgot about 3 places in Florida. I forgot about them. I don't even know what they're called. Lived in Charlotte, lived in Raleigh, Cape May, New Jersey, with the Coast Guard. Reedsville, Greensboro. I've lived in places I forgot I even lived in. Now that's crazy right there. So it started making me think, I should be dead. But by the grace of God, I'm still here. I should be dead. Everything that I've experienced, I should be dead. I should be dead. But what happened? Here's what happened. With all those experiences, all the different jobs, all the different cities, and I've traveled to quite a few cities doing the rideshare that I didn't even know existed, 6,000 conversations in rideshare, probably more than that. And remember, not every ride is just one person. Sometimes there's 2, 3, 4, 5 people in the car. Especially the college, they pile up. Can we all fit in here? We're just gonna pile up. Early on I let them, but now I don't let them because it mess up your transmission. Too much weight will mess up your transmission. Anyway, one time 10,000 subscribers, emails coming in, the drama and the emails in the background and all this one, and listen, and 40,000 sermons, all the different, I listened to Joyce Myers for 3 years just to see what she was talking about. Long time ago. I worked with a phone company in different locations. 3 different cities with the phone company, traveling. That's why I ended up in Florida and Raleigh with the phone company. And so I worked with the phone company in 3 different cities, and I started seeing patterns. I started seeing patterns in jobs and peoples and personalities. I started seeing the same repeat over and over and over because of all my experiences. It could have been a warehouse job. It could have been a restaurant. It could have been I think one of my first jobs, I was a cook at McDonald's. Did that for 2 years, my first job. And that was the longest job I had after that for many years. But I finally settled into a certain career that I was trying to find the right career that fit my personality, something that I enjoyed. Doesn't even feel like a job, even though it is. I enjoyed it. Did my own business for 5 years. Worked for myself for 5 years. 16-hour days. It was rough, but I learned a lot. You can start out with 1 book, and 2 years later you could have 20,000 books in storage. Average price $7 each. That's $140,000 in 2 years. You could attain. It's what you can do, what God can do. If you're trusting Him, it can blow your mind. And so all these experiences, I'm looking back. Okay, well, I'm not dead. 5 years, I studied the conspiracy stuff, and I also studied the 666 that was all around me. I started seeing, everywhere I looked, I could see the 666, the number of man. And see, they're gonna bring in an AI. They're gonna say man can't rule himself. That's why the USA was even started, because they said Can man rule himself? Let's do the experiment. The USA was an experiment. Can man rule himself? That was the experiment. And we're going to find out that mankind cannot rule himself. Only God can rule man properly, but they're going to try to bring in AI to rule mankind. You already see it happening on your phone. You can ask AI a question and it, boom, boom, boom. It could be psychology, it could be medical, it could be religious. Any question is going to go and take all the little data points from all the different people that wrote books and come up with a system. AI is going to be able to statistically one day figure out what's the right choice that you should make, every move that you make. But when they start taking away your autonomy and putting the 666 on your forehead and your hand, then you're going to start crying out, hope and wish you would took the mark of God. In other words, the Holy Spirit, by getting saved by faith and got God's seal, sealed with the Holy Spirit. You want God's seal, not the devil's seal. And you're going to look back with that 666 and wish you would have got saved, because you'd have been yanked out of here at the rapture when they started to stamp that number on everybody. So if you're lost and you hear me, you better get saved. It's only by the grace of God that I'm here. If you're new and you never heard this before, the stuff I teach, it's a miracle that I'm even here, and it's a miracle that you heard. It's faith alone in Jesus alone. You must be born again. And all the systems that man creates is a distraction to get you to not focus on Jesus, but focus on something else, like Buddha. Or Buddha went to the grave and he died. He didn't rise again. They want you focused on something that's dead. Jesus is alive. Everything around you that you look at is dead. These mortal bodies, you got dead fingernails, dead hair, dead skin. You're walking around in a mortal body. Immortal means not mortal. Your mortal body is dead. You can be immortal if you receive the Holy Spirit. You can live forever. But these bodies are going back to the grave. Spiritually, you can live forever. Anyway, I was looking back. I was just thinking about all the different. I've experienced multi families. I've seen the patterns in different families. I've seen the same repeat with the in-laws, and I've seen it. I've experienced it, and it's like I've seen this before. I bought this T-shirt, and I don't think I want to be a part of that again. I refuse to go backwards. I love my peace. I'm not going to sell out for anything to lose my peace. I love my peace. And I wondered why would they persecute me so much? I must have something to say that somebody needed to hear. And I think what it is, because what I learned is, if you get a hold of this, it'll change your life. If you take up your cross daily, you beat the devil's drama, Draco machine, the Matrix. You beat the drama. If you just take, how do you win? You might say, well, how do you win in this Matrix game? How do you overcome? How do you escape it? You can't escape it. You just have to die daily. And if you really think about it, these companies want to hire Christians because you're not going to steal. You're going to be on time. You're going to not get as sick as much, because every saved person I know, after they got saved, they started feeling better. They got healthy. They're not going out drinking and having hangovers. They're working. They're slaving away down here. So the company, you're always going to find a job. because they want you. Because you're going to be kind to people. I don't like to use the word nice anymore, but I can say it. You'll be kind or nice to people. The word nice don't even mean what the real meaning behind nice means foolish. So it's better to use kind. You're going to be kind to customers. So the fact that you're saved in a dead system, they need your life. So that ought to give you hope right there that God is protecting you. Think about what I'm telling you. Maybe that's what somebody needs to hear today. It's always something that somebody needs to hear. You're in a dead system, a debt money system. Everything is just death, going back to the grave. So what's the life down here? Well, you see the plants. You see that mankind has the evil in them. You see all the plants, they're just chilling, the birds just chilling. And if you got the Holy Spirit, you're chilling because you're walking by faith. So what are these dead people doing? They're vampiring off of you. They need you. So if you know that, you can set boundaries and you'll always have a job. You'll always have something to do down here. God is going to take care of you. He will not have his own begging bread. Hello? So maybe the message today is I've tried a lot of things in this life, and I've been quite a few places. And wherever you're at, there's nothing out there. There's nothing out there across the street, down the road, another country, another nation. There's nothing out there you're not missing out on anything. Right where you're at. Whatever you're doing, right where you're at, you can turn it into gold. Just use your imagination. You can make it work out.